This might be a bit foolhardy, I know. But I'm absolutely sick and tired of the rain and having to be stuck inside and not doing anything. Or at least not getting out into the countryside. So today I'm going to risk it. So I'm going on a walk. It probably is going to rain. I'm probably going to get wet, which is fine. I will just try and film, because I've tried these wet covers for cameras and things. I will try and film in between the raindrops. So let's see how that goes. First of all, I've got to get my wet weather stuff on. Oh wow. The good news is the sun is coming out, it's brightening up. The question is, do I still put on my wet weather gear, because it's most likely going to change, which I think it is, and take my comedy hat, which will keep the rain off my head, or do I risk it and go in a lighter mode? What I need is a lighter jacket, really. Something to buy. I better make that decision quickly. Well, one thing I'm definitely going to need is my trusty boots. These are the new ones that I bought, well, say new, I bought them about 5 months ago now. I haven't worn them much recently, because these are what I consider my wet weather boots, and the others are what I call my drier weather boots. So it depends how muddy it's going to be, and if it's going to be really muddy, I like the protection of these. So I'm going to wear these even if it doesn't rain. It has rained. I stupidly thought I'll come out without the comedy hat, because it just looked like it was going to be sunny. You just can't judge the weather, really. And now it isn't sunny, it is actually raining. But I will just kind of jump underneath the bushes, I suppose, and shelter when I'm filming as much as I can, and we'll see how we go. So I ought to tell you where I am, really, so that we've got some sort of reference. I'm at Nepcot, which is just near Findon, just above Worthing in West Sussex, and I'm on a path that I've done many times. This is the Monarch's Way. It's a lovely little path that crosses the downs. I mean, it's a long distance path. I think it goes well, from up in Worcester, I think it's something like 300 miles. I can't remember exactly. If I remember, I'll bung it on the screen. But I'm only doing a little bit of it, and I've done various bits of it over the years, but only in the southeast, really. But I would like one day to do the whole thing. Would be fantastic, wouldn't it? So this is just between, really, Findon, or Nepcot, which is near Findon, towards Stenning. I'm not going to do that far, because clearly I'm going to get wet. I don't want to get too wet. But one of the points is really, to get out. Oh blimey, I've just had a whole shower on my head. I'm going to just duck under here. And also to have a look at see what the nature's doing. And this is fascinating, because already I can see the hawthorn is out in blossom, which is great. Sort of mid-May. It seems to be late, really, I think, but maybe not. And also the elder flowers are out, and that's lovely to see. I do like the elder flowers. So we'll see how much of those, if we see any at all, on this little trip, and whatever else is occurring. I've just come to shelter under a couple of hawthorn trees here. I say bushes, but they're not really bushes at all. Definitely trees. No May out yet here, as they call it. You can see in front of me, just down there, the little blossom yet to come out, which is nice. And there's just a respite. This is the thing, the weather is just going to be on and off like this, and so there's a respite in the rain. Now, clever people will know I've been here before. Those people who've watched my videos for any length of time will remember I've done this same walk. I did this from here, from where I parked down at Findon or Nepcote, and I walked up towards Chantonbury Ring, I think it was, with and I've got Sisbury on my right hand side here, which overlooks it. It's a beautiful valley, very green at this time of year, as you can imagine, and the farmer here behind me has put in this hedge of hawthorn. It's lovely to see. It's not a very wide hedge, but at least it's something. It's a little windy up here, but when the sun comes out, as it has just now, after the rain, there's a real earthy sort of smell. It's beautiful, actually, and there's also a sort of vague warmth that radiates. I don't know if it is radiating from the ground up, or from perhaps just it's a low level breeze that seems to hug the ground. It's not this breeze that's on my hair. It does on my hair. I haven't got any hair on my face. It does seem to come up from the ground. It's like heat, as if the water is hitting the ground, warming up a bit, and then there's vapours coming up. I don't know how true that is. Maybe I'm talking rubbish. The wind is getting up, clouds are coming in. There's this rather lovely field of cow parsley on my left. And actually it's full of other plants as well, dock leaves, stinging nettles and various different grasses, all of which I don't know. There's so many varieties of different plants and species. It's just wonderful to behold and try and, if you can, learn them. Who does that these days? Who takes the trouble? I've stolen myself in the shelter of another hawthorn tree here. There's not much shelter in this spot. Just wanted to shelter more the microphone from the wind, because it is still blowing westwards. We've had so much wind recently, it's been very difficult. There seems to be an event happening at the bottom there of Sisbury Ring. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's a race event, if I can get the words out. This is interesting. You can just about see the sea as well from here. And also, he says, fighting against the wind, it's just rushing through. Interesting crop behind me, where the farmer has put a little channel of it going up across the downs. It looks quite lovely, but it must be there for a purpose. I probably won't do too much more. I think the clouds are gathering for another shower. I'm down now at this valley bottom. There's a little bit of respite from the wind, but not a lot really. I don't know how the microphone's faring with the fluffy on. It may be doing a good job. Something I always worry about. Whenever I walk the Downs, I can't help thinking about the Neolithic people, the Bronze Age people, and then after the Roman occupation, the Saxons who were making their homes here. So different now than what it ever was. But these downs, these rolling hills, were once very well populated with farmsteads and things. Little subsistence farming. Now, of course, it's totally different. This farming is on a much more global scale. Not just feeding us in England, but other people around the world. So much has changed. But the landscape, the undulating hills, where it hasn't been built on, is still there. Thank God. Well, I'm back in my van now. Completed my walk. The wind just became a little bit too much to record, and I think I've done enough for today. So I hope you've enjoyed my little stroll. I was thinking I could make a cup of coffee or tea. I haven't got any milk with me, so coffee is usually what I make, because I can have that black in the van. But I'm, 2.5 miles, 3 miles from home. So I thought, oh well, I'll save the gas. I may as well go home and have a look at the rushes and then start to edit and get this ready for presentation for you the day after I filmed it, which is usually how I work. Anyway, so if you have enjoyed it, thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe, become a patron, support what I do, give us a thumbs up and all of that. And I'll see you on the next one. Till next time, bye-bye.